Hello, and welcome to Mermaid Ari's Live, where I talk to Trump supporters and try to understand why on earth they would still be supporting Donald Trump and his administration. Yay, there's my intro. Actually, I do have a decent like little song bit to do too. Not of me, not of me. For those that watched the stream last night and enjoyed it, you might have an idea what I'm talking about. All right. Let me go ahead let me go ahead and get TikTok started. Mercy on me. Rated Ari. I should have tried rapping last night is what I should have tried to do. Except as I told everybody when we determined what my rapper name would be, I don't think I can rap. I truly do not. Like, I don't think I can. Yeah, yay. I'm glad you enjoyed that, Jelly. TikTok did not like it at all. TikTok was a little baby last night and suppressed the ever-loving fuck out of my stream. It was so annoying. Go. Go live. All right. That should do it. I think everything should still be good. Well, that doesn't matter, I don't think, but we'll just hit that button just in case. I think, guys, real quick, make sure, like, can you guys let me know if you hear this? What has Donald? Okay, I heard that. So I feel like y'all should have heard that. That was my own voice. Sorry, guys. Still waiting for Jimmy to drop that album. Yeah, that'd be pretty funny too. I was over here editing a video. Hey, Phantom. And I was trying to like get ready because I wanted to clip the guy that said Mexico was in South America because that's like the best thing ever. Oh wait, hold on, guys. Oh, nobody. It was just the talk. It was just the clock app itself that ruined itself. It was the it was the MAGA takeover of the clock app that ruined it. It wasn't you. Definitely not. But that's pretty funny too. Who ruined it more? I don't know. So definitely Jared Kushner in that case. It finally took me a second. Like that took way too long to realize what that meant with Jared Kushner. Hi, Ramon. Santa, I replied to multiple comments. I'm sorry if yours get missed. Like, I don't. Like, here, we'll put this up because now it's just like day 2 of asking Ari to reply to a comment I literally did like 5 seconds ago. I don't get it. Really, Raul, I haven't tried that, but I don't doubt it, I guess. Should be the biggest thing. It's already looking better than last night. I think it was just like a yeah, that was definitely a notice me Ari moment. I think it was just one of its dumb updates it was trying to fix. And I do mean dumb because it's not smart. It thinks it is, but it's not. Not at all. Well, oh, you are catching me early? I had to reread that. I'm definitely having. Yeah, I don't blame you guys. If you choose to delete the clock app, I don't blame y'all. I mean, everything's cold if you're used to like 80-degree weather. We'll go ahead and pin this one for the moment. We'll see how it do. Seems like a lot of people are on Hey, why are you on the wrong profile? To be clear, like the clock app is broken in so many different ways. Hey, Moose. But hey, you know what? The Fed did not lower interest rates today. Good for them. Jerome Powell's like, I'm not going to be Fed board anymore after next month anyway, so c'est la vie. He's not doing it because of political retribution, but I sure hope he stays on as a governor or stays on the Fed board. That way he can continue to push back or at least just be reasonable. He's like one of the only voices of reasons, not the only voice, but one of the only voices of reason on that app. You know what? Or in the Federal Reserve. And this is what actually happens when you see us not have all the information when it comes to like inflation and whatnot, and all of that missing data points. That's how that affected the potential lowering or increasing of the interest rate at the Federal Reserve. Well, we didn't have all of the data points necessary. So now it seems as though the inflation is lower than it is because we have missing data points. So now they didn't lower the interest rate. Well, I appreciate that, Silver. I do see your comment. Thank you. But it is what? No, I don't think Jerome Powell cares about anything that anyone else has to say in regards to the interest rates. Because he's actually evaluating the state of the economy, which is actually his job. And he should not be. The head of the Federal Reserve is not meant to be a political position, which is why it is so troubling. Thank you so much, EXO. That Donald Trump believes that he should be able to have some kind of influence upon it. It's meant to be an independent agency. As soon as we start firing people from it with really no just cause, it's no longer an independent agency, and then it calls into question everything that it's doing. Like the statement has been made on the world stage as well previously that when you don't have, like, when you have somebody that is clearly just going along with what the president of the United States says, his wants, his needs, his whims, right? Our data is no longer trustworthy. And that's the issue. And this has been said on the world stage that we have to pay attention to make sure our data is still trustworthy so that countries continue to purchase our treasury bonds, because that's how the United States stays afloat. It really is. So it's just like a random little tidbit of my brain in that moment where I'm just like, yeah, a little bit of annoyance with that. Let's see. That takes way too long for that to update. Let's see. The phone lines are open for anybody that wants to call in. Am I in on that? FOMC. Let's see. Cool. I like that. Wait, can I open this in another tab? Sorry, guys. I like how sometimes you just have to listen to me speak my thought process out loud instead of just keeping it in here. It is sometimes how that goes. I'm trying to find the transcript of a speech. I don't know. Is this going to require a login? I don't really enjoy paywalls. Yeah, exactly. I thought you were going to do that to me. The Wall Street Journal sucks. We are all Jerome Powell walk out next Friday. Sure, you can. I don't see why not. Do it, do it, do it. All right, guys. Let's get that continue. I don't know. I thought I just... Oh, maybe I don't. Mercy on me. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yep.
How old are you?
13.
Yeah, have a good day. You must be 18 or older to speak on the live. Cannot speak to somebody that is under the age. I'd have to verify, like, the Wall Street Journal is so complicated. Hi, everybody. It's not that it's complicated, it's annoying. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 21.
21. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
No.
All right, well, thank you, man. You have a good one. All right. What's annoying, Lauren? Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming in. I was just talking about Jerome Powell and him not lowering the interest rates, which I totally good with, just to be clear. Okay, this is hilarious. You just don't believe him because his voice. That's misandric. Okay. The kid said he was 13. So I said goodbye because he said he was 13. Are your ears open? Are you doing okay? Do you know what misandry would even be? I'll take that as a no. I actually believed him saying that he was 13 years old. Wow. God forbid. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yep.
Hi, how old are you?
15.
Have a good day. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yep.
Awesome. How old are you?
53.
53. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yep.
What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his 12 months back in office that has earned your continued support?
Closing the border. Getting illegals, especially the criminals, out. Gas prices are, in my area, are about half what they were a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Those are probably the biggest things.
Cool. Really quickly, we'll just start with this one for a second. So, can you tell me what exactly did Donald Trump do in order to lower your cost of gas?
Well, they've cut a lot of regulations.
What regulations?
I don't know the specifics. I just know that regulations were cut.
Like what?
They're allowing more leasing to be done.
Okay,
Yeah,
so they're allowing more leasing to be done. Has there been any new drilling opening up within the United States of America?
I have no clue.
Okay, awesome. I'll give you the answer. No.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
gas prices are
The only new drilling that's even expected to open up, which was a lease that was actually approved by the Biden administration, it's not expected to open up and start drilling until 2027. So we're still
Yes,
a whole year out from that because they have to get the infrastructure going first. So if Donald Trump didn't do anything to lower your cost of gas, why are you giving him the participation trophy for it?
it was magic. He waved the wand and
Oh darn,
made
where
it
is
happen.
my wand? I actually used to have one. It's
Same thing
somewhere
with
in a
closing the
box.
border. Remember we needed legislation to
I
close
guess
it.
but
That was
so,
a lie.
sorry, you still didn't
That
answer
was
my
a lie.
question real quick on the
That was
gas
a lie.
prices. You still didn't answer my question real quick on the gas prices. Why are you giving Donald Trump a participation trophy for lowering the cost of gas when he didn't do anything?
Give him credit because it happened during his time in
Oh, okay.
office.
So now the Republican Party believes in participation trophies again?
Cool. Now for the border.
Okay,
He
so I
closed
just want to
it
be
with
clear,
stimulus
because
legislation.
sorry, you're a
The
little bit,
Democrat Party
you are breaking
lied.
up a little bit.
The
So I just
Democrat
want to be
Party
clear.
lied.
Hold on,
He
Pookie,
lied.
Pookie,
The Democrat
cool,
Party lied.
Pookie, Pookie,
Lied.
Pookie. You are breaking up a little bit in your phone call. So I just want to be clear. The Republican Party believes in participation trophies again.
Sure.
Sure. Okay,
Keep
awesome. So when it comes to the border,
Yeah. What's so funny? Nobody.
can you tell me exactly? So you said he closed the
15
border,
million
correct?
under Biden.
You said he closed the
15
border,
million.
correct?
15 million under Biden.
15
None
million
under
what?
Trump. No legislation.
I'm
Zero
sorry,
legislation.
15 million what?
Illegals.
Elite what
Not undocumented.
what are you talking about? 15 million what? Why? Where? What? Can you effectuate your actual statement?
You know what's going on. You're being an idiot.
I just actually don't. Oh, okay. Bye, Pooks. He just said 15 million. And I'm like, what does that mean? 15 million what? I didn't realize that was actually a difficult question to answer. Like, you just said a number. What does this number mean? What am I supposed to be inferring from this number? What am I supposed to be getting out of this number? I don't know. I truly do not know. Like, can you effectuate your point? I don't get it. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yep.
Cool. How old are you?
18.
18. Interesting. You said that you were 15 5 minutes ago. Have a good one. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Okay. Like, you think that I don't... Really? They... Sweet summer child, that was great. Kids grow up so fast, Ari. In 5 minutes, he aged by 3 years. Holy shit, that's great. I love that. I love that for him. Actually, I don't. That would be horrendous. I don't think I would enjoy that. Imagine like aging 3 years in 5 minutes. That would suck. Also, that means we broke the space-time continuum, am I right? Like, he is ready for the diploma. He's ready for that. That's for sure. Guys over on TikTok, I don't know if it's possible, but can we work on the GIF gallery? That'd be pretty cool. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Hello.
Oh, hello. How are you?
I'm doing well. How old are you?
30.
30. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his first year back in office that has earned your continued support?
Making people like you irrelevant.
Oh, okay. Is that all?
Yeah. ISIS
Okay.
pretty good shooters.
Oh. So I just want to... Oh. Okay, bye. think your comment would have been better. Your sentence structure would have been better if you would have said that they were good shots. And you're also wrong because the persons, because it was two people, right? Who shot and killed Alex Preddy were Border Patrol. So perhaps get your facts straight before you just say stuff. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 25.
25. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I just wanted to call and say I'm supporting you. I think you look lovely, and I love what you're doing.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay. How old are you?
41.
41. Are you still
Yeah.
supporting Donald Trump?
I just took a break from supporting him. Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
okay. Well, have a good one.
Uh,
Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Hi, how are you?
I just took a break from support.
Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 38. I live in Kansas, and Donald Trump is a domestic terrorist, and we need to stand the fuck up as Americans and see the Gestapo for who they are.
W. I hope you have a great rest of your Wednesday.
You too.
Thanks. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yep.
All right. Are you still supporting Donald? Sorry. How old are you?
27.
27. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yep.
Okay. What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his first year back in office that has earned your continued support?
Not a whole lot. I'm more of a better of two evils kind of guy.
I'm sorry. I think your Bluetooth is breaking you up. You're more of a what kind of guy?
Better of two evils kind of person.
Yeah, still didn't understand that.
The better of two evils. I'm not going to sit here.
Oh, who can take
say
over the
perfect
office of the
president.
presidency right now?
Who could?
Yeah, like right this moment. Who could literally take over the office of the presidency right now?
I mean, like normal, it'd be the vice president.
Oh, wait, the vice president could just usurp the presidency?
No.
No,
I mean,
okay.
nobody can take it over.
Gotcha. So the lesser of two evils argument fails when I ask you what he's achieved that you would still be supporting him on. That argument would have worked on November 6, 2024 for why you voted for him. But I don't know if you realize this, but we're already in January of 2026, about to be February of 2026 on Sunday.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you just want the things that he's done that I like. I mean, I guess.
That you support him
finally.
on. What exactly has he achieved so far that has earned your continued support? Yeah. Because just because you voted for him doesn't mean that you have to continue to support
the
him.
Maduro arrest was pretty good.
The what?
I like the Maduro arrest. The Maduro arrest. I don't mind the. I mean, I know it seems pretty drastic with the media coverage, but I think the immigration numbers have been just about where they've been the last 8 years. Whereas the income is down. What else? Let's see. We got. I guess I don't really mind the whole erasing of DEI for the federal government. That's a pretty good move. You want to pick one of those and talk about it?
Sure. It's a little bit difficult to hear you. I didn't. I assume it's because I'm over your vehicle's audio.
Yeah, I'll switch you off. Hold on. Is that better?
Oh my God, that is infinitely better. Holy moly.
There you go.
Yeah, that was so much better. So what was your first point? Oh, you said Maduro. Listen,
Yeah, the Maduro arrest.
I'm going to be very clear with everybody. Maduro was shit, right? Like, he's not a great
Yeah.
person. He wasn't a legitimate president, except for the fact that the Supreme Court of Venezuela is the one that said that, yeah, he's our president. He won the election, right? However, that doesn't give the United States of America to ignore international law, specifically the United Nations Charter, Section 2 or Article 2. Which we did. We absolutely violated the United Nations Charter by going in and capturing the leader of another country, which just sets the precedent for any other country to do it to any other country of their choosing, to go after arrest warrants, like, let's say, that are issued by the International Criminal Court, the ICC. So, like, I guess that means that somebody should be going after Bibi Netanyahu and Vladimir Putin. They both have warrants for their arrest.
I mean, I agree with those two names for sure, but also, I mean, if the UN had any actual legal standing here, then wouldn't they be prosecuting it?
Oh, they still have a legal standing, sir. Like, they don't try people. The problem is the United States of America.
The UN is like
it's a governing body still, right? The problem is the United States of America doesn't recognize the authority of the ICC or the ICJ, but that absolutely still doesn't mean that we still can't be tried at their level, or that they actually issue an international arrest warrant for Trump, because then he wouldn't be able to travel anywhere outside of the country to a certain point.
Which I think that if there was any actual, like, you know, if anybody actually had a problem with it from the UN, I think they would be pursuing that. I don't, you know,
They're
the UN's not, the UN is
and I'm sure somebody probably will.
Right, but the UN is just like, you know, it's a formal pact agreed upon between a bunch of countries, and
a bunch
you know,
of
they get to sit
countries. Yeah.
down.
How many countries are in the United Nations, and how many countries are recognized at the world stage?
No clue. I think there's what, 230 something in the world or something like that. Well, I don't know how many are at the UN.
197, but 2 of them are
Fair enough.
cities.
Right, Vatican, something else. The
So
one in South America.
195. Do you know how many countries are recognized at the United Nations?
No.
193.
You mean recognized by the United Nations,
No,
or
they're a
recognized
part
as
of the
members
United
of the United
Nations.
Nations? Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm
So
assuming
that's the
Venezuela
world
being one of
body.
them.
Venezuela is absolutely one of them.
Right, but I mean, I get back to, like, there's a lot of, I think you can at least agree there's a lot of gray area between international law and how two countries interact. Because, I mean, if that was the argument, then I think just about any kind of world conflict between countries would be breaking all sorts of, you know, UN law.
I mean, plenty of countries are violating the UN Charter,
Right.
like specifically Russia and China. And, you know, the only countries that are actually backing Russia from not being sanctioned or, like, admonished by the United Nations. Do you know why certain countries that are actually doing wrong are not currently being looked down upon by the United Nations as a whole? Who specifically is overriding what are those called? The proposals, that's not the right word, but literally are the vetoing voice for the proposals that are saying, like, hey, this country is doing something wrong and we all need to acknowledge it.
I mean, I would assume you're going to say Trump. But
Yeah,
I also,
the
I
United
think we're
States
kind
of
of deviating
America.
away from what we were talking about a little bit.
No, I mean, you wanted to harp on the United Nations and their abilities. Like, the United Nations does come together for different things.
Well,
They are not a
my-
police force. Like, that's true, right? And the
Right,
one,
but I guess my question from that was more like, why do you think that the United Nations isn't going and pursuing these potential legal actions?
I
they would
already
have?
told you. What was the
Because they're
sentence
worried
that I just
about-
said?
Being vetoed by Trump is what you're saying?
No, that's not what I said. Actually, they did, literally. So they actually put up a proposal. It was signed off on by like 160 countries, where they all were like, nah, Trump did some fuck shit. And then, yeah, it was vetoed by the United States of America. That literally happened when it came to
Right, I mean-
Venezuela. Like, that actually happened. Yeah, it did. But there was
Well,
something else that I said
And
that's
I guess
actually very
my
important.
point is that I'm fine with that.
Oh, okay, yeah. You're just fine with us violating international laws and also violating Article 1 and Article 2 of our United States Constitution.
No, well, that's false. But back to it, like, when I look at it, solely all I really look at is like what the Venezuelan people are saying and how they're
Yeah, so
responding to it.
Yeah, just so you know, like the majority of those videos that you're seeing, there's one was celebrations from Florida that we're saying were happening in Venezuela,
I
and then the
don't,
other
ma'am, I'm
one
not a
were
social
from
media person, just so you know.
2024. Yeah, sure. Well, you
I'm,
making the claim that they're protesting, but the videos have already been debunked as
no, I'm
having
not.
already been
I only
posted, and
know
the
a
fact one was
handful of
filmed
folks.
in Florida, and then they took some from France and then posted it as if it was happening in Venezuela. Like
Well,
it's
you're kind of
not
asserting that
entirely
I've seen
true.
this
There are
stuff, man.
also counter protests for the fact that he was taken from their country and the fact that 80 civilians confirmed were killed by the strikes that the United States of America performed in Venezuela.
I mean, back to it though. I guess I'm just saying, like
Oh,
the
just
only
ignore the
people I
fact that we
know.
killed civilians
No,
in
you're talking
Venezuela.
over me, Miss. Miss, you're talking over me. I didn't finish what I was saying earlier. That's what I'm getting back to. But I was saying, like, I don't, you know, I'm not going based off of wherever you're seeing these videos that are falsified. Like, I'm well aware of how lack of trust and information that comes from the internet these days. But like for me, I base it on, I do tree work and I work with a lot of folks from South and Central America. And I mean, everybody I talk to that has family down there, whether from Venezuela or not, seems like it's pretty much across the board that
Cool. And
they're very
my
appreciative
friend
of it.
Gabriel, who's from Venezuela and immigrated and is a permanent resident of the United States of America, his mother and his two sisters that are still in Venezuela are absolutely not happy that somebody came in and took out their president, because even though they knew he wasn't the rightfully elected president and they most certainly did vote for Machado, it still wasn't right for the United States to interfere with another country. So now what are we going to do?
Prosecute him, I guess. I guess I don't know what would you want? Do you want us to return him? Just bring him back and drop him off?
No, my God, that's not what I said.
Well, I'm asking, you said, now what do we do? I guess I'm saying I'm happy with what we did. So what would you want to do? I guess is the better question.
I'm giving you an example of how your anecdotes are dumb. And
What
they mean
anecdote?
nothing. What's an anecdote?
No, I said, which anecdote are you referring to?
I work in construction and I work with people that are from South America and blah, 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 blah.
You're awesome.
I'm just telling you how I know it. That's about all I
No,
know
that's
about the
not how
response.
you know anything. Again, your anecdotes don't mean anything.
What do you mean? It's not an anecdote. These are people I work with.
What is an anecdote? See, this is why I asked that question, because I had a feeling. What is an
I don't know. I'm a math
anecdote?
guy. I'm not a word person.
Cool. It's a personal story. So what would you
Personal
describe
story,
that what you
or is
just
it a
told me
personal
is?
experience?
No, personal. I mean, both, sir. Both.
Right.
You
Yeah, and that's
recounting,
all.
I don't know if you
That's
realize this, but you recounting a personal experience is in fact a story.
right. Which is how we learn anything in life, like interacting with people. That's how we develop any kind of knowledge, is interacting with people and learning from the people around us. I don't get what you're getting at with that.
Yeah, I can tell.
What does that mean?
No, I'm just agreeing that you don't understand where I was going with it. So that's all.
That my personal stories shouldn't be how I build my opinions based on.
Not what I said
like we're
either.
talking about a worldview. Well, I'm
Goodness
saying you're
you.
not saying anything.
No, I did. You just weren't comprehending or choosing not to. I'm not sure.
Can you say it again, please?
Let's see how to rephrase it. Yeah, a personal story doesn't go so far because your personal experience is different from someone else's. And you have to realize that your personal experience, your personal story, when you speak it, you are coming from a place of inherent bias. And if you can't step outside of seeing how you are biased immediately, then you are refusing to look at the other side.
Well, I guess my question would be, do you think that either of us are right on this matter, or is it more like this is our opinion of how we're reading into the situation, or do you think that you're objectively right?
Awesome.
That had
About,
nothing to do with
that
what
the
I
U.S.
said. Your experience
I'm
isn't
asking. I'm asking. I'm
your
asking a further question.
experience isn't representative of everyone. So therefore it is also not relevant to everyone, and the people that you work with don't represent all of Venezuela or every single
Well, that would
individual down to the
also
last
apply
person
to
in
anything you're.
Venezuela.
That would also
Exactly.
apply to all the information you're bringing up.
I'm sorry. Wait, I'm sorry. Me citing actual facts, like the fact that it did violate Article 2 of the United Nations Charter, that's just what an opinion. Like, no, that's legitimate fact.
Right, and I'm saying I'm okay with it violating that charter.
Yeah, you're
Like,
also
I'm not
okay with it
disagreeing with
violating
you.
articles and amendments of the United States Constitution, specifically Articles
Which
1
ones?
and 2. I already did. I already told you.
Yeah, what
And you're
can
just
you
like, I'm
cite,
okay with
like
that.
specifically how? Well, you just like threw
Yeah.
out the two.
So the
like
president of
how
the
are they?
United States, when it comes to military actions on foreign soil, has to inform Congress before making that action point blank, period. He did not do that. He violated Article 1, which is the legislative branch of government. He overstepped his ability, his authority, which meant he violated Article 2 of the United States Constitution, which means that you are okay with violating the basis of our laws of our country.
Right, but I guess I'm saying that the reason that nobody from Congress gives a crap is because both Democrats and Republicans
They
wanted this guy
absolutely
arrested.
do. Like many of them
They both
spoke
wanted
out.
him arrested. Yeah, but both sides of the party there wanted this man arrested. Like that, I think
Yes,
that's why
through
we're
an
not seeing a whole bunch
extradition
of kickback
order.
from it.
Through extradition, not through military action to kidnap somebody.
Well, how long do we? I mean, we've had this bounty on his head for what, like 7 years, 8 years? Like how long do we sit around waiting before we just take care of a problem in our own? It's a guy who's affecting our country to some degree, as far as we know.
How was he affecting the United States of America, sir?
Well, why did he have the bounty on him?
No, I need you to
Because
effectuate. I need you to effectuate.
in drug
I need you
trafficking
to
is why we-
effectuate. Yeah.
he's
What's
involved
the name
in
of this
drug
cartel?
trafficking.
What's the name of this cartel that the United States claims he was involved with or was running?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was called Cartel de la Sol, which was actually, funny enough, just a fucking slang term in Venezuela.
Hey,
and
man,
not even a
you're
real
yelling at my
cartel.
eardrum. You're yelling at my eardrum, man. Can you just talk, please?
Again, not even a real cartel. It was slang in Venezuela. The fact that they even removed the language going over it in their indictment that they filed, their grand jury indictment, right? They removed all of that. They removed the drug shit because they have no proof of it.
Well, then wouldn't either of the last, 3
Cartel
presidential
de los
terms, they all had the
Soles.
option.
Thank you,
They all
everyone.
had the option to back this off. Like Trump, Biden, and neither of them backed off on the bounty. So, like, obviously, they know more than we do about the situation. I would assume.
What?
I
So
couldn't
tell me
reason
this.
with- I couldn't
Let's
reason-
try this.
Yeah.
What drugs were coming out of Venezuela into the United States that were so bad?
I mean, nobody knows. I mean, I would assume cocaine, fentanyl, whatever the hell's coming. Whatever it is, it's bad. If they're
No,
addictive
fentanyl doesn't
substances,
come out of
they're bad.
Venezuela.
Okay, cocaine. How's that?
Yeah. If we actually gave a shit about cocaine coming into the United States of
yeah.
America, Donald Trump wouldn't have pardoned Juan Hernandez.
I don't know enough to respond on that situation, but
Yeah. He's actually, he was the former president of Honduras. And during his time as he was president, he actually facilitated drug trafficking out of Honduras into the United States of America. They have him literally saying, shove the white stuff up the gringos' noses. Which had been, just so you know, like this investigation had been going on since 2015. That was when they first filed charges of indictment. And they only got him over here because they got a successful extradition to the United States of America. The investigation continued all throughout Donald Trump's first presidency. Emil Bove actually is the one who spearheaded that. He was the prosecutor. This was like the best case in his career that was used and argued in a positive manner for him to secure his appointment as a federal judge by Donald J. Trump last year. And then he just pardoned the guy that literally did it. And now Honduras has an arrest warrant out for him. So if he leaves the United States of America, he's getting arrested and extradited back to his own country to serve time there.
Which sounds like a better solution than keeping him here.
Oh, well, right now we're harboring him. You know, a criminal who imported 400 tons of cocaine and literally said, shove it up the gringos' noses. Like, he literally.
Where are we harboring him? Like the U.S. government's harboring him, you're saying? Like we have him.
No,
I
the
thought we
United States.
parked
He's
him.
just harboring in the United States of America.
Well, it sounds like we need to send ICE after him then, if he's here illegally.
Yeah, good luck with
I
that.
mean, he can't be.
Donald Trump
What do you mean?
was bribed by him, so, you know.
Donald Trump was bribed by him, you're saying?
Yeah.
All right, so how? That's a pretty big statement without anything else to it. So,
You mean like
so
he
how
didn't
did he bribe
like buy property from Donald Trump or like rent a fucking penthouse from his businesses for him to like fucking get like monetary gain?
Where
Even if it doesn't go
where do you
directly to
see
his
that?
pocket, like just to
No,
be very
wait,
clear,
you're making
when they go
that's a
into
pretty bold
his when
claim.
they go to his family's business, right?
Yep.
That is still directly benefiting him and his family, and it counts as a fucking bribe. They also like, oh my gosh, like this shit. Oh yeah, they bought his fucking Bitcoin. That's how.
They bought his Bitcoin.
Yes, bro. Like after he gets pardoned, he immediately goes out and buys his fucking Bitcoin. Yeah.
So wait, you're saying Donald Trump like out of his Bitcoin wallet, or are you assuming that Donald Trump controls Bitcoin? Like, are you like he sold him Bitcoin, or
His
he bought it, like,
cryptocurrency. So sorry, I said it wrong. They bought his cryptocurrency.
which is a publicly traded item, like anybody can buy it,
Oh my gosh.
right? I guess to say that he bribed him, I think that's like just because he bought his cryptocurrency, which is I can go buy his cryptocurrency.
Sure,
Am I
go do
wrong?
it then. And I hope you lose all of your money if you do. Like, sorry, they're
But
doing a
like
pump and dump.
how does that lead to him bribing the guy? I guess that's my confusion. Like I can go start a cryptocurrency tomorrow. Does that mean everybody that buys my cryptocurrency, I'm like expecting something in return from them other than like fiscal gain? Or like
You really
like
can't think
that,
this critically, right? Okay, so here, I'll
I am
break this
thinking
down for
extremely
you.
critically. You're just that didn't
So,
make much sense.
so Juan Hernandez writes Trump a boo-hoo, poor pitiful me. The Biden administration targeted me just like they did you. Even though, by the way, the investigation once again started under Obama, continued for all 4 years of Donald Trump's presidency before the conviction landed in 2022. So it wasn't targeted by the Biden administration, but Donald Trump has short-term memory loss, or long-term memory loss. So there's that.
He
So
wrote him
can
wrote him
I?
a letter. You're saying,
Oh my goodness.
just to
This
back
is
up to that, like he wrote him a letter. Like I'm not going off on a tangent of what you think happened though. That's my like if we're gonna talk about this realistically, like we should mainly be talking about what we know.
yes,
like,
we
I
know
think he
it.
wrote
This
him
is
some
not
fantasy
hidden
letter
information.
from prison.
This
So
is
where's the
not
letter?
hidden information.
Okay, so where's the letter?
Go find it on your own time. I'm tired of doing homework for individuals
Have
such
you?
as yourself.
I
Here we
will.
go.
I would be okay with you saying that you've seen it. Like you did. What have you seen this letter, or like I don't need to see it to real. I would trust you to say that you've seen it, but it sounds like you haven't seen this, and you're just like that. Just kind of sound like you're going off on a tangent.
You can find it written about in Axios, the New York Times, the Washington Post, the Wall Street Journal, Fortune as well, Forbes. Sorry, that's what I meant, not Fortune. Forbes as well. Like all of these. And by the way, Forbes
Well, like
is
you mentioned about my
right-leaning,
anecdotes, but like you mentioned my anecdotes earlier, though, wouldn't that just be how these news articles are? You know, whoever's writing that article, that's how their
No, it's not
personal
an
experience with
anecdote.
it,
I don't think you
or is there an
understand what the
actual
difference.
letter? No,
Again,
I'm going.
I love it when people try to utilize words that they just learned today and they still don't understand. Again, what is an anecdote?
I said just like your anecdote comment.
No, it's
Let
not.
me.
What's an
Oh,
anecdote?
okay. Let me restart that for you. Just like your anecdote comment earlier about how my personal
What's an
experience
anecdote?
doesn't equal. I don't know. I still don't
Oh.
understand what you said earlier.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you made a comment
That
about how my
tracks.
personal experience. Can I finish? Or are you done talking?
No, because you don't
I
understand.
can't finish?
Nah.
So when we get to this point in the conversation, you just start cutting me off? Is that how this goes?
Yeah, because you don't understand words or you weren't listening. Giddy up.
So you're just going to insult me?
No, you admit it yourself that you didn't understand. How is me reiterating the fact that you said you didn't understand an insult?
Let me finish what I'm saying.
How? No, I would love for you to explain to
You
me
made it.
how. I would love for you
I
to
can't
explain
talk
to me
if you just yell, ma'am.
how. I
Ma'am,
would love for
I
you to
can't talk
explain
if
to
you
me
just yell.
how. I would love for
I'm
you to
trying.
explain to me how me
I'm trying.
reiterating your own statement about the fact that you didn't understand the words that I said an insult towards you. Please explain that
Right.
to me.
I'm trying to say it, man, but you're cutting me off every time I open my mouth.
Sure, if you answer my
Can I
direct
talk?
question.
What question? You just said, how do I over and over again for like 30 seconds.
Oh, so you weren't listening.
I was trying to talk and you were cutting me off.
I actually finished my question, so you have proven that you
Okay,
weren't
so let
listening.
me get back to what I was saying.
No, I would like for you to explain to me how you admitting that you didn't understand what I was saying and me reiterating it
You're
back to you
awesome.
is now a personal insult.
That's not what I was calling an insult.
Then how did
said
I
that I was
insult you?
saying the insult was you going off about how I don't understand a word. I don't understand a word.
I
But
didn't say you didn't understand
I
a
didn't
word.
finish my sentence
You are the
earlier.
one who acknowledged and
Let
admitted.
me
You're the one who
let's back up and let me talk. Let's back up and let me
No,
finish that
okay. Well,
sentence.
here, I'll go ahead and just re-explain this to you real quick. When I was asking you what an anecdote was, you said out of your own mouth that I don't know, I didn't understand what you were saying. So when I said, yeah, that makes sense, you didn't understand what I was saying. So that's why you didn't know how to answer my question. And then you said, wow, you're insulting me. So now that's why I asked you, how on earth is me reiterating what exactly the words that you said somehow an insult? That's news to me. This is very like familiar to other things that I'm not going to go into. But all right, man,
What?
like you just have a
Familiar
good
to
rest
what?
of your Wednesday night. Did he say he was a math guy? I didn't hear that. But God, the pretzeling. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello?
You sound like a kid. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? So sensitive, Mr. Marty. Also, guys, you are doing pretty good on TikTok on the tippy taps. Can we get up to 75,000 likes in the next 3 minutes? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
I am 29.
29. Can you turn down the stream in the background for me?
Turn it on or turn it off?
Turn it down. If you want to keep it up, you can. I don't want to hear it on the playback, you know?
I got you.
Awesome.
Let me put you on speaker. All right.
Cool. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, I am. Are you?
Yeah. How'd you guess?
It's just asking.
Awesome.
I guess.
Fantastic. So
You're
help me out here.
awesome.
What exactly has Donald Trump done in his like first year back in office that's earned your continued support, my guy?
Well, we've watched gas be cut in half. Where are you located? State-wise.
Somewhere between Colorado and Florida.
Okay, I'm a little more east. I'm North Carolina.
Uh-huh.
We watched the gas go from almost $5 a gallon to almost right at $2 a gallon now. That's the first thing. Like the person I just watched calling talking with you, he was in construction. I am too. I filed my taxes this year and got every bit of it back. First time in I,
What
since
date
I've
did
been
you file
filing
your
taxes,
taxes?
probably about a week ago.
So you don't remember what day? So was it on Wednesday last week?
I don't know why.
No, I'm just curious. What day did you file your taxes?
It was probably Monday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would make sense. Tax filing didn't
Why?
open until January 21st. And there's absolutely zero way that you've already gotten your tax refund. Literally
No,
zero.
I have not.
Yeah.
I haven't got my refund back. It's
Uh-huh.
just been accepted by the IRS. It was just accepted on the 26th. That's when they started accepting
26
e-files.
would have been on Monday. So you didn't file on Monday.
I was talking about last Monday.
You couldn't have filed last Monday.
Yes, I did. I e-filed
Nope,
with
you
H&R
literally
Block.
couldn't. Tax filing was not open until January 21st of 2026, which was Wednesday last week.
You do know
It's
you can
literally impossible.
early file with online, right?
No, you can't.
Okay, let me just go back onto my email and I'll tell you exactly what date it was.
Sure.
You're
This is
awesome.
crazy. I've always filed my taxes right at the beginning of January. It was accepted on the 26th, the
awesome.
first day that they start accepting. Let's
Yeah,
keep
I'm
going
not
back.
denying that they had accepted it on the 26th. Sorry, Marsh. It's definitely my neurospicy. That's all right. It's
It was the
really not.
18th.
No.
I'm looking at it right here. The day that I filed, it was the 18th.
That might be the day that you paid for it, but it didn't get sent to the IRS until the 21st. Like, legitimately, it cannot get sent to the IRS until the 21st because that's the first date that the IRS
Well, I
IRS
still
starts accepting your
filed
tax
on the
returns.
18th.
No,
I filed
that's the date you paid
still
for
on the
it.
18th.
Anyway, so gas. Can you tell me exactly how Donald Trump cut your gas prices in half in North Carolina? I'm also like super curious. Like, when did you see $5 in gas in North Carolina? That's
It was
news.
over $4 in gas. It
When?
wasn't quite $5.
When?
A year and a half ago, 2 years
A
ago.
year and a half ago? Where in? I'm so sorry. You're okay. I know the area code you're calling from. Do you still
828.
live in that area code?
Yeah, gas is like $2.
And you said that it was
Depending,
$4
$2.20 to
a year and a
$2.50.
half ago.
About 2 years ago is what I
2 years
said.
ago.
A year and a
Interesting.
half to 2 years ago. About 2 years ago.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. I never saw gas over $3.30 when I lived in that area. I lived in 980, but I went into 704 quite frequently.
980. That's like Wilmington area.
How do people not know the potential area codes for their own spot?
It was just a guess. 704 is Charlotte
I'm
area.
yeah, so it was 980.
Okay. So 980 is another Charlotte area?
Yes.
Okay. I don't live in Charlotte, you know. I got an 828 area code.
No, you're calling in from a 704 number.
Oh, that's right. I'm on my other phone. I got several phones.
Yeah, 828 is also still in that same area.
Yeah, we're about an hour away from Charlotte.
Yeah, area codes are like pretty expansive. They cover large expanses, and it still goes down to that. Anyways, sorry. That's why I'm saying I'm calling cap because the highest I ever saw gas in that area was no more than $3.53 for the entire time that I lived there.
Awesome.
When did you live here?
2023 through 2025. Literally the time that you're saying that you saw $5 in gas. Anyways,
Okay.
I digress.
Can
you effectuate
agree
exactly
with me
what Donald Trump did to
between-
lower the price of gas?
Yes, he started allowing us to use our own resources to fund
Ah,
the gas and opening up pipelines that were canceled.
what
And
pipeline was
I'm pretty
reopened
sure
by
we just-
Donald J. Trump? Please tell me.
Actually, I don't know if it was reopened.
Oh,
I just
okay.
know one got
What new
canceled.
drilling have we expanded to?
I don't
under
think we've
Donald
done
Trump?
any new drilling as
Oh,
far as I know.
okay.
But
So
I do
how has he
know
lowered
that
your price of gas
we
then if we're
started
not drilling more and we haven't
we,
reopened a pipeline that was supposedly
we
closed
started
or
using
canceled?
our reserves. The oil
Wait.
and
I thought using the SAR, or sorry, that might not be the correct acronym. I thought using our petroleum reserves was a bad thing. That's what Republicans told me for like the last 3 fucking years when Joe Biden sold them in 2021 by congressional authority. So
I
by
think
that same logic, that would be that
I'm not
selling
familiar
off the
with that.
reserves are bad.
You're awesome.
Yeah, selling off the reserves are bad because that's our fuel.
Yeah, isn't it funny that actually what happened was that we sold it for like $60 a barrel and bought it back for $30 a barrel. We made money off of the sell off of it and then brought it right back.
See, now you're getting into like a little scheme they had going on.
Yeah, it's what Congress does quite often.
Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Okay. So, why do you not support Donald Trump?
I thought you said that I supported Donald Trump.
No, I asked you and you said yes.
Yeah.
I'm asking you now, why do you not?
I thought I supported Donald Trump.
Well, if you do, tell me why you do not.
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't support a president that actively goes against articles and amendments of the United States Constitution.
You said Article 1 and Article 2.
Article
Okay,
3, Article
I'm just
6, and
curious.
Article 7 as well. I just didn't expand into those.
Really?
Yep. He's also
Can you get into that?
actively trying to violate the First, Second, Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment, 6, 7, 8, 10, 14th, and 16th Amendments of the United States Constitution. So, and technically the 24th.
Okay. Can you get a little, like, what actions?
On which subject, I guess?
Just in general, any subject you want. What
Cool.
action that
So
has he
Article 1
done?
covers the legislative branch of government. Article 2 covers the executive branch of government. Article 3 covers the judicial branch of government. Article 6 is the oath of office, which also within that says that, hey, I swear to acknowledge the other branches of government's authorities, because it's supposed to be 3 co-equal branches of government, right? Donald Trump is actively ignoring what is actually supposed to be done by Congress, according to Article 1. So he's overstepping his Article 2 authority and then circumventing onto Article
did he
1, which means
ignore?
he's violating Article 1. He's actively ignoring judicial orders from judges, which means he's actively violating Article 3. And he's violating his oath of office, Article 6, which was to also honor and uphold the United States Constitution and also honor the other branches of government.
What orders did he ignore from Congress?
No, I didn't.
That's what you said. You said
No, I
he
said he was
ignoring
ignoring judicial orders. I said he was overstepping his authority to what Congress is supposed to be doing, covered in Article 1 of the United States Constitution.
which was.
Yeah, his actions in Venezuela, as I discussed earlier, with the fact that he didn't notify anyone in Congress before he took military action in another country, which is literally Congress's job. You can look at Article 1, Section 8, Clause 13 through 18, I want to say. I might be wrong on the last number, but I know Clause 13 is right. Also, he's violating their taxation rights with the tariffs, which also is the 16th Amendment of the United States Constitution.
I can agree with you there about the Venezuela thing.
Yeah.
I do not support that. definitely don't support that. I do think it was more of a political move than helping the United States out because of drugs or whatever. A lot of cocaine comes from Venezuela, yes, but that's not the biggest drug problem in the United States. And I don't think it was about drugs to begin with. It was a political move to basically give the middle finger to China and Russia. So I do agree with you there that was completely wrong, and violating NATO, don't really care so much about that because this has been going on for years. They're trying to make it one government to run all these countries, and we are independent, and we should do what we want to do. Although that wasn't the best decision he could have made, but yeah. So what's next?
I just want to correct you. I think you're confusing NATO with the United Nations.
I meant United Nations.
Yeah. Can you tell me where in the United Nations Charter it says that it wants a one governing body?
Do I know?
Can you tell me where in the United Nations Charter it wants a singular governing body?
No, it probably
'Cause it
don't say it
doesn't.
nowhere. It's the people that fund the United Nations. Do you know how many countries there are that has a Rothschild banking system ran with it? Almost every single major country. They control all the money in the world, except for Russia,
Interesting.
China. Venezuela was one of them, actually. Iraq. It might have been Iran. I'm pretty sure it was Iraq. But you gotta look further than just United Nations. Who are the people that are funding these leaders to do their bidding? You know, and everything they want to do it's not on paper. You know, do you agree with the COVID shot?
Oh, that was a pivot.
Yeah,
Oh
it
my
really was.
God.
I mean, having these conversations, it can go everywhere, you know. Things pop up in your head,
I
and
agree with a vaccination being produced because of a worldwide pandemic.
You're
do you
awesome.
agree with the vaccine that they produced was the right vaccine to give everybody?
Dude, I don't know. I don't work in that
Have you looked
field.
into it? Have you looked into what they've been pulling out of people's bodies after the shot?
What have they been pulling? Hold on, actually, I can't even go down this because TikTok hates this conversation. 1 second. Real quick, TikTok, I'm gonna
Oh,
mute y'all
okay.
for a second. What on earth have
Okay.
they been pulling out of people's bodies?
These disgustingly long blood clots, and if you look at them underneath a microscope, they look almost like nanite, almost mechanical. And I'm serious. My Oh my God.
Oh God, that's so funny. I'm so sorry. Sir, I hope you have a
I'm
great
not.
day.
I'm.
Please pull your head out of conspiracy theory land. I appreciate you, but have a good one. Holy I just would love to see that in an actual medical journal. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. How old are you?
31.
31. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I am.
What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his first year back in office that has earned your continued support?
Oh man, there's been numerous things, but one is getting rid of transgender in the military. That I think was a really important step that he took. Another one is getting rid of the Department of Education.
The Department of Education is still around, so
Right, correct. Well, he's in the process. He's still working on that, but it's on its way out. We can say that. It's on its way.
Okay.
And because mainly I think that states should have and parents should have rights to their own children's education. I don't think
Awesome, they do.
anything. Well, no, not really.
No, they do. I'm
when
so
the federal
sorry.
government-
Who sets curriculum? Is it the federal government or is it the state and local officials of the school
Well,
board?
who
No,
gets the
no,
books that the no, I'm sorry, excuse my thing.
no. You don't get to
Okay.
answer a question with a question.
Who gets the
Who
books?
sets curriculum? Is it the federal government or is it state and local board, like board of education officials?
Okay, and what did they set that curriculum
No,
from?
you
Where
you
does it
don't
come
get
from?
to answer a question with the question.
Okay, I'll
Who
answer it. Okay,
sets
fine.
curriculum? The federal government
Okay.
or the state and local board of education?
Listen, my mom was a teacher for 30 years, so I
So
know
you
how
should
this
be able
works,
to
okay?
answer the question.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the teacher sets it from the book that the government provides.
Which government?
Federal.
Incorrect. This is a simple Google search.
Okay.
The federal government has literally never set curriculum. Literally never set curriculum.
So then why would Trump not have a say in being able to dismantle it if they had no part in it?
Why would? Because of Congress in Article 1 of the United States Constitution, sir.
Okay, yeah, which says what?
Sure. Congress is the one that gets to set up or dismantle federal government agencies.
Right.
So
Okay,
literally,
so
Congress is the only one that can dismantle the Department of Education.
Right, but didn't he, with an executive order, just do that?
And that would be illegal. Thank you for pointing out another violation of Article 1 of the United States Constitution, Article 2 of the United States Constitution, and Article 6 of the United States Constitution. In
Well,
fact, all
you
his
know,
all his
and-
executive order did was direct fucking Lisa McMahon on
Watch
like
your mouth.
looking at. Did I hurt your little princess ears?
You're awesome.
You're fine.
Oh, okay. Anyways, so all his executive order did was direct Lisa McMahon to look at ways to break apart the Department of Education.
Mhm.
But
Okay.
she can't dismantle it, nor can Donald Trump dismantle the Department of Education. That is literally congressional job.
Okay, so I guess what I'm getting at, though, is that the majority of the country voted for Donald Trump
No,
to do exactly
plurality.
what. Oh yeah, no, he got the popular vote.
he got
So that
the
would be the majority
plurality.
of the country.
No, that
Yep,
would be the
that's the-
plurality.
Yeah,
What
he got
percentage-
the popular vote, ma'am. So
What
he did get
percentage?
the, he
What
did get the majority.
percentage? What percentage of the popular vote did Donald Trump receive?
It was over 50. I know that.
No, it wasn't. It was
Yes, it
49.
was.
It was literally
Oh.
49.8.
Okay,
Which means
so you're saying that Kamala
50.2.
Harris got more than Trump?
Holy for
that
fuck's
what you're
sakes,
trying to
can you
say?
listen?
Okay.
That was a
okay.
continuation of my sentence. It had a comma, which means you take a break before you continue the
Okay,
next one. That's how
okay,
commas
well,
work
continue
in the
on.
form of a sentence. Okay. So he received 49.8% of the popular vote. He
Okay.
did get the more as far as numerically, which is why he received the plurality of the vote, but 50.2% of the voting populace of the United States of America that went out and voted against Donald Trump. He did not get the majority. Majority would be 50.1. The
Ma'am.
majority voted against Donald Trump, including independent voter records. Okay?
Okay, this is like a lot of your arguments, though.
No, it's
tried
just
to
a factual
let
statement.
me explain it.
And if you
He
want to
got
say, and
more
I like
votes
this one, even
than
when you
Kamala
say
Harris.
like
Does that
goodness,
make-
oh no, he got more votes than Kamala Harris. Oh my gosh, that hurts my feelings oh so much. But let me break this down for you further mathematically. If you break it down mathematically, you say more than half the country voted for Donald Trump. That's still incorrect. We had about 330 million United States citizens, right, of like the country. He received 77 million votes. That only makes about 23% of the entire United States population. And then if you break it down further to just voting adults, he only got 29.7% of the total votes of the adults. He didn't even receive half of the adults that were registered to vote by the numbers in 2022. It's still incorrect. Yes, absolutely. Donald Trump won the election.
There we go.
The
There we
point
go.
is,
so this
if you
whole
say
argument doesn't
words,
even need to happen.
well, you say words that you don't understand the meaning of. So yeah, I'm going to correct you.
No, I don't.
What's the
I don't
difference
think so.
between fine? What's the difference between majority and plurality?
Well, okay, that's great. No, yeah, you can. Yeah, right. If you want to, go into definitions and this and that, I'm trying to for the.
What's the
for the
difference
sake of
between
argument,
majority and plurality?
I'm calling for the sake of simple
What's the
argument.
difference
not
between
going into
majority and plurality?
Pluralities. Okay, look, you know what? You
Perhaps don't
probably
use
have it.
words that you
I'm
don't
sure
know.
your 4-year degree.
Hold on. I'm like, sorry, I can't deal with some of that sometimes. Thank you, Dagger's wife. She said for the 20 over on the Blue app, I love how smart you are and how much I hope our daughters grow up to be like you with conviction for what is right. You have so much patience. I try. Sorry, guys. Just don't use words you don't understand. And if you don't know the word, just say, I don't know.
Come on, mermaid, pick up.
Hi, how old are you?
29.
29. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Right.
So what specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his first year back in office that has earned your continued support?
Yeah, he's better this go around than the last go around. He's probably the greatest president ever in the history of the U.S. Maybe George Washington might have him beat, but that might be about it. He is definitely in the top 5. He's probably the best though, even overall.
Was that specific or vague?
Just because of everything he's gone through and he's fighting the deep swamp. I'm surprised that libs aren't on board with this guy. He's the only one willing to try to fight the deep swamp. The whole system is rigged.
By
the whole
murdering
system
American
is rigged to collapse.
citizens?
Murdering Americans. He hasn't murdered anybody. They tried to murder him. Libs tried to murder him because libs are crazy.
Did ICE and Border Patrol agents not kill 2 American citizens? Oh, okay, bye. I guess just hang up. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, same person.
Oh, okay. So did ICE and Border Patrol agents not just kill 2 American citizens in the streets of Minneapolis, Minnesota?
Oh, did you ever see the HOMAS video he did on that lady and how she died and why she died? Because if anybody in the audience didn't, or if you didn't, you should check it out. It's great. In any event, yes, then that lady died and the other guy died.
Yeah, ICE
So the other
and
guy
Border
died.
Patrol's agents murdered 2 American citizens, which has been condoned and written off by the Trump administration as it is currently.
I don't know if I'd call it murdered. So the lady did try to run over the guy, which, he could have hopped out of the way. He did get hit, but you can't do that. They wanted her out of the car. She wouldn't get out of the car.
Is
Then her
being
lesbian.
hit by the car, I just want to be clear, is being hit by a car, does that warrant the death penalty?
I think that they probably went a little too far, but at the same time,
Do you know what shot killed her? I'm sorry, hold on one second. Do you know what shot? Hold on one second. Do you know what shot killed her according to the coroner's report?
I didn't look at it. I think she got shot 3 times in the head, didn't she?
No, not in the head.
Yeah. Oh.
Once in the head. That was actually the 3rd and final shot that ended her life. And that shot was taken from the driver's side open window. Meaning that it wasn't the first shot, nor was the second. It was the 3rd shot. The second and third
Okay,
shots
so-
were completely unjustifiable because he was already out of the way of what would be danger according to individuals such as yourself. But even according to
Well-
the Department of Homeland Security and the Department of Justice own use of force policy, specifically use of deadly force, it was not allowed for him to take those shots in the first place. He
Did you
also
ever see
wasn't
that-
supposed, I'm not done. He also wasn't
Okay.
supposed to walk in front of or walk behind a vehicle that was on and running. That's also against their policy. He put himself in the way of danger. And according to what we already have issued in rulings from case law, right, judicial orders, he was still in the wrong. His action would not to be firing his weapon off. It would be to step out of the way of the moving vehicle, not to use deadly force.
Did you ever see that study they did about women and men and how they would shock people in a game, right? So they would shock everybody in the game, whether
I'm sorry, I'm not. This guy doesn't want to. I don't know what that was. I'm not doing that. If anybody else that maybe has, like, I don't know, some. Go away. You ever seen that game? That blah, 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 blah? No means no. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hi.
Hi.
I have a small question.
How old are you?
I'm thinking.
I appreciate you, but have a good night. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Daddy Donald.
Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes.
Awesome. How old are you?
18.
Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes.
Date of birth, go.
Sorry, what was that?
Yeah, I don't trust it. You kick him because he does not agree with you. No, I kicked him because he was going off topic and not addressing the point that I had just made. And that's aggravating. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hey, yes.
How old are you?
23.
Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I'm not, but I'm still wanting to talk if you want to talk, because I did disagree with a couple of things that you said.
Sorry, I am just looking for Trump supporters, but I do appreciate you. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yup.
How old are you?
32.
32 or 33? Oh, okay. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Awesome.
Yes, hello.
Hi, how old are you?
33.
33. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, ma'am.
What year did you graduate high school?
2010.
Fantastic. All right. So what specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his first year back in office that has earned your continued support?
Well, I see that he's closed the border, stopping apparently millions of people, from entering the border. And from what I've heard, and what I've seen on the news is that a lot of them have been, well, not a lot of them, but there's a whole plethora of people who cross over the borders that can be dangerous, but unfortunately, there's also families who are looking for a better life. So there's good and bad there. In his first year also, obviously everybody knows about the whole Venezuela thing, and apparently it's a place where our adversaries are doing bad things and trafficking drugs into the country, and those are a couple of reasons why I support and still do support Donald Trump. So, I'm wondering if you can change my mind and get your perspective respectfully.
What does it look like, or what does it mean to close the border?
What does it look like, or what does it mean to close the border? I would say it looks like closing the areas off that shouldn't be crossed over, instead of just to put it simply, you don't walk into a house through the window.
That's a false
You go through the
equivalency.
front or the back. Okay, it's a false equivalency. So what I'm trying to say is closing the border looks like going through the proper point of entry instead of
Oh,
just
awesome.
passing
We
through
know that
a river.
8.4 million individuals attempted to do that, according to CBP
Okay.
data on Southwest border encounters, and that 8.4 million
Okay.
individuals were actually rejected from coming in. So, by your own logic and definition of that, that means that they were doing their job this whole time.
Okay. And your point is?
The border is not open, nor is it closed, and it has never been.
The border has never been opened or closed. By that logic, then nobody should be able to go in or come out.
No,
No.
that's not what that means at all.
Okay.
The laws at the
So,
southwest border have always been enforced, which is why we know, because of the 8.4 million border encounters that were experienced under the previous administration, that the laws were continuing to be enforced. Because an encounter includes people that were kicked out. Actually, that's exactly what it is. They are inadmissibles. So the people that were not allowed into the country, which shows that CBP Border Patrol was in fact doing their job.
yeah, you completely lost me. Shall we move on? Why do you can ask me another question. Go ahead. I'm here. Respectfully.
So you like the
Testing.
fact that ICE and CBP officers are killing our citizens in our streets?
Oh, honestly, to be honest with you, I don't think that anybody should lose their life over protesting. I see that people they're very frustrated, with the whole immigration crackdown and ICE being all over the place. And I obviously don't think that it's right for people to die and to lose their lives, but I also don't think that it's right, for people to apparently hit other people with other vehicles. Or
They
I
didn't.
think that you should be okay. Well, I think that if law enforcement is giving you a lawful command in a
It's
high
not a
stress
lawful order.
situation, it's not a lawful order.
No, sir.
Well,
ICE
so
officers
so
do
if
not have authority over United States citizens for violating city ordinance. You know who has the authority
okay,
if a United States citizen is violating a city ordinance? Cops, the local
so
Leos, the local
so
law
my
enforcement
question,
officers have the authority.
okay,
So what they
I
were
see your
supposed to
point
do
there.
was call the local authorities. They could have called up 911 themselves and be like, "Hey, this is Officer Ross with ICE. And hey, we have
Okay,
this
well,
lady that's blocking this street on at this coordinates. Can you come
so
and
let
get her?
me,
We'll try to
okay,
keep her here, but we
can
can't
I,
promise because
so
we're not supposed
let
to do it."
me,
But she
okay,
was also given conflicting orders. She was told to leave, and then she was told to get the fuck out of her car.
so if
Also,
somebody's coming
Officer
at
Ross,
you,
I can go into that. This is very
okay,
easy to do.
go ahead,
Officer Ross violated the Department of Justice and the Department of Homeland Security's own policies by walking around that vehicle. It states within their own policies that they're not supposed to walk in front of or behind a vehicle that is on and running, right? It's also within their policy that if a vehicle is
Ooh,
coming at you, you don't shoot the suspect. You try to disable the vehicle, which means shooting the tires. We also have case law that also directs cops that if a vehicle is moving towards you, the correct action is to step out of the way.
you know what, to be honest with you, I 100%, I get exactly where you're coming from, and even just what you're saying with the whole thing where these guys are not supposed to, they're not supposed to be walking around behind or in front of the vehicle while it's on. That completely makes 110% sense, right? I guess I mean, for me, in my, I guess in my train of thought and my perspective, I I mean, you got me there. I mean, these guys have rules, right? If you're not
They
supposed to be
do.
in the back or in the front of a freaking vehicle while it's on, even in a high stress situation, I mean, you put two, three, four, five, six, 10 people in a high stress situation, things go wrong, and unfortunately, that's just the way that things ended up. I mean, that sucks. America's not. It's not the perfect place, and we
Yeah.
don't have
I don't support
the
a
perfect.
presidency or an administration that lies about the situations on the ground or lies about the individual that was killed by ICE.
Yeah, that sucks.
Is Renee Good a domestic terrorist?
Is she a domestic? How the heck can you call her a domestic terrorist?
I
For
don't know.
just
Donald Trump did.
He did.
Yeah,
That's that.
he did.
I
Him and
mean,
his administration called her a domestic terrorist.
wow. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
His
it. I mean,
administration also called Alex Preddy a domestic terrorist.
what was the deal with that guy? I mean, didn't he like approach people with freaking with a loaded weapon?
No,
What
he had
was going on?
a license to carry a weapon. He
The
had it
license
on
is
his
that like
person,
a
but he
okay
didn't have the weapon
open?
out.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah, he was holding a cell phone.
He was holding a cell phone. Well, that's
Yeah.
that's just
And
another
apparently it took
whole.
9 border patrol agents to subdue
Mhm.
one individual while they were also beating the shit out of him.
Do you think that he was there, kind of like trying to agitate the people around?
No, he was
With
recording,
the border.
and while he
He
was
was
recording,
recording,
he
peacefully recording.
waved, yes, sir. He waved Border Patrol on to drive past him in the street, and then he moved out of the street so that they could clearly go by him, but instead, they got out of their vehicles, pushed a lady, pepper sprayed him and a lady, and he's also a nurse. And because he's a licensed nurse, it's kind of his job to actually help somebody. So he was trying to assist the lady that had been pepper sprayed. See, states like Minnesota have laws in place that if you are someone that is licensed in nursing or a doctor, you have an obligation to assist people when you witness something occurring if they're having an event.
So you think that these border patrol guys kind of took
They
it
fucked
way
up.
too far?
Yes, sir.
They
What
fucked up big
gives
time.
2 border patrol agents the right to shoot 10 rounds into a gentleman?
10 rounds.
Yes, 10 rounds. 9 of them were
Wow.
fired after he hit the ground limp.
Maybe they need more training, a lot more training.
Yeah. Except
sure.
I think the person that fought, like, I'm pretty sure when they were releasing information, the man that took the first shot had been with Border Patrol for 9 years. So how do you fix that training if you've already been in the system, like been there for 9 years?
I mean, I think he's way too low on the totem pole to even
That would
try and
actually
take
be a
his boots on
compliment.
the
You would
ground.
say too high on the totem pole.
I mean, if you're gonna fix something, you gotta be up there, right?
Not on the
So,
totem pole, it's the reverse.
mm, okay. Anything else, ma'am? By the way, to be honest with you, hey, honestly, at the end of the day, I really hope that both parties, um, can get along and fix America, big beautiful United States of America the way that it should be.
Sure. Stop supporting Donald Trump when they are in his administration, when they are supporting the fact that American citizens are being killed in our streets. This is how fascism takes
sucks.
over our country.
That I mean, everybody has a difference of opinion, and
Cool.
And there's always going to be good.
Admonish the Trump administration and Trump himself for calling Renee Nicole Good a domestic terrorist and for lying about the incident with Alex Preddy. Admonish them.
Well, there's always going to be good and bad things that
You
happen.
can't do it.
No matter.
Yeah,
no matter
you can't do
who
it. Sorry, sir.
is there.
If you can't speak out against somebody that you follow or have faith in, then you're in a fucking cult. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
38.
38. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, I am.
What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his first year back in office that has earned your continued support?
In the first year back in office, he did a lot of stuff with Doge and Elon Musk, cutting out a lot of wasteful spending.
Oh,
in
do you
the
like
government.
the fact that it was reported that former employees of Doge, because you know that little agency was dismantled, actually leaked information that they obtained during their duties?
They leaked information.
Yep, they violated the Hatch Act.
No, I didn't know that. I actually don't know what that means either. But yeah, cutting out wasteful spending, I'm all for it.
What wasteful spending did they cut out?
Just a lot of stuff that we don't need. That there was stuff going across out of our country, our tax dollars getting spent on like LGBT parades and just things of that nature, like totally bogus stuff.
You're literally like quoting shit from like the Daily Beast right now. It's actually quite sad.
Probably,
and
but I probably am. You're right.
It's actually sorry, not Newsmax, New York Post. Like that stuff's been debunked and how it was taken out of context. Can you tell me who appropriates funds in our country?
Who appropriates funds?
Appropriates. So assigns funds, delegates funds.
No, I can't.
Okay. It's Congress.
Okay, well, yeah, but that stopping all those spending, all that stuff I heard, I mean, Caroline Leavitt has already gone over it several times over her press conferences.
She lied.
She lied.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Just like Doge lied about how much money they were saving. Do you know how much was included in the rescission package?
A good amount.
No. I'm sorry.
No, I don't.
Doge says like they've saved us like almost $1 trillion, except it's not true in any way, shape, or form. The rescission package, which is rolling back congressionally approved funds, was only for $9 billion. That's a drop in our bucket. That's literally less than 1% of our annual budget.
Well, every little bit counts. You know what I mean? As a coming from a taxpayer.
Yeah, and where was our national debt when Donald Trump took office, and where is it now?
I don't know. I just know.
Oh, okay. It was $36 trillion when Donald Trump took office, and now it's $38 trillion. Did you get your Doge stimulus check or rebate check?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to see what my income tax is going to look like this year, though. And I know that our soldiers did. Our active duty military did get a.
Yes, they got a now. Yeah, that's now taxable. Check. Yeah, that's now taxable income to them. That's a bonus. That's now taxable income. And originally, that money was supposed to go to building new base housing and also improving existing base housing. So now they get lesser quality housing and fewer housing available.
That's tariff money right there that came from.
No, it didn't. It was congressionally approved funds in H.R. 1, a.k.a. the Big Ugly Bill.
Beautiful bill.
It's ugly. Again, like, let me help you out. This was $2.9 billion in congressionally approved funds that was allocated to build new base housing and also improve existing base housing renovations, which then was sent out as a check to our military personnel that is now included on their taxes, that now they have to pay taxes on. So now they get less
But it's
quality housing and fewer houses for them to potentially live on base.
that's more money in their pocket. Even if they do have to pay a 10% tax, then that's more money in their pocket. They're winning.
10% tax? What tax bracket do you think our military members are in?
Probably zero. They don't have to pay tax, sales tax, or nothing like
They
that.
make less than $12,000 a year.
Well, I was talking about sales tax and income tax and things like that.
Holy for fuck's sake.
What would you rather? Who would you rather see in president? Did you like Joe Biden? Was he
Sorry,
doing a good
dude.
job?
I can't make somebody be president. Like,
Who would you
I don't know what
rather
you're talking
see
about.
as president? Did you support Joe Biden?
Sir, I don't have an option for who I would rather see as president. So it's like, I don't live in a parallel universe.
You can't tell me who would you rather have as a
My
president?
dog or my
And-
cat. In
and Joe
fact, you know, I
Biden?
still support, guys, I know I said this like a week ago, but I still support Bailey for president. I know he dreams of world domination, my orange cat, because he's orange, right? But I would still support him as president. He would do a much better job than Donald Trump.
Okay, you're avoiding the whole Joe Biden thing, though.
Who
You
said
think
I
he was a good
support Joe
president?
Biden?
I said you're avoiding it. You're
No.
avoiding the whole.
Yeah, but I'm not.
question
I
I'm
don't
asking
support
about
Joe Biden, so he was too old.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We're in
Again,
we're
I
in
don't
agreement on
support
that.
Joe Biden. I don't understand where this point is coming from.
Did you vote for Kamala Harris?
Is this supposed to be like a gotcha or something?
No. I'm just wondering. Did you vote for Kamala Harris and why?
The why
I'm-
has nothing to do with anything anymore because I don't know if people realize this or maybe you guys forget about how time works. But we are in the year 2026. The election
ma'am.
was November 5th, 2024. Yeah,
Well, I'm
I
just
voted
curious
for
to
Kamala
see
Harris.
why.
The why doesn't matter anymore. I can tell you why I don't support Trump as he's the sitting president. I
Okay,
don't
'cause
agree
it came
with
down
Trump.
to two. It came down to two options: him or her.
Can you stop living in the year 2024? It's ridiculous.
24.
Yeah, you're literally living back in November 6th or November 5th, really, 2024. Can you live in the now?
Yeah. Okay. I'm with you. I'm in 26
That's why I said
now.
I can tell you why I don't support Donald Trump as a sitting president. I don't support a president that actively goes against articles and amendments of the United States Constitution. That's simple. I don't support a president tearing apart our allies.
That is the caveat with me. I think he should have stuck with only deporting the criminals and the dangerous, illegal people, illegal immigrants that were here. He should have done that. I'm with you on that. He's gone way too far on the deportation, way too far. I'm with you on that. I live in LA County, and most of my friends and coworkers and all that they don't have papers, and even Asian, Latino are I got a lot of friends, close friends and coworkers that are in fear of being deported. But other than that, I'm all for what he's doing. I haven't heard anything bad that Donald Trump has done. The deportation, yes, he's gone too far, and we are losing a lot of constituents because of it. But other than that, man, I'm as Republican as it gets. We were having a whole wave of Republican. We were having a whole movement. And then all this too much deportation and stuff of that nature is losing a lot of Republicans. So I'm with you on that. And the fact you keep going back to the people that got killed in Minnesota and stuff like that, it's unfortunate. But also a lot of people getting shot by police officers. It happens, especially when you impede with their duties and their job. They're armed law enforcement. You don't just hop in the middle of that and expect
They're not
no
law
type of-
enforcement. They're federal agents.
well, they're
Again,
agents.
yeah, and they can't. Guess
It's a
what?
law.
They can't.
Being
They
here
can't
illegally-
enforce They can't enforce city ordinances.
Yeah, but they're enforcing laws, aren't they?
They can only enforce federal immigration laws, sir.
Federal law. They're enforcing federal law.
No. What federal law were they enforcing when they told a United States citizen to get the fuck out of her car? What federal law did she violate?
When they told her to get the fuck out of the car, probably just getting up in the way of their, she was there trying to stop them from what they're doing.
They were doing door-to-door searches. They were knocking on people's door. How is her
And
being in
she's
a
like-
parked
she's one of
vehicle
those-
stop them
she's
from
like one
being
of
able
those,
to do that? No. I need you to clearly
Yeah.
explain to me how let's just say I'm in a neighborhood where ICE is doing door-to-door canvassing. How am I sitting in a parked vehicle interrupting or stopping them from knocking on people's doors?
She got in front of them and was blocking them from going door to door.
Was the street a one-way or a two-way street?
I believe I didn't watch too much of it, but I think they were in front of an intersection. But where they were specifically at was a
They weren't at an
two-way.
intersection.
She had her
Incorrect.
car parked diagonally on a two-way street.
It was a one-way street. It was a one-way street, and 11 vehicles went around her, including Officer Ross.
Okay.
So they weren't being impeded. They weren't being stopped. Cars went around her. And even then, at most, she violated a city ordinance. And what
was
they would have been, I'm
unnecessarily
not
shot.
done. Unnecessarily
sorry, go ahead.
shot. That is true. She
Yes,
was killed.
I'm with you on that.
She was killed.
They could have spared her life. I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
But
So
getting
yeah,
in-
I don't
getting
support an
involved, like-
administration that's okay with the fact that U.S. citizens are being killed in our streets by their ICE and Border Patrol agents.
Yeah, not cool. I'm with you on that. We're in agreement on that. They same as police. A lot of people are getting shot by police unnecessarily. They like a guy standing 20 feet away with a knife. You don't need to shoot him. You could tase them or do some type of, preserving life should be their number one priority. But yeah, they do. They're quick and they're trained to shoot to kill. They're not trained to shoot to injure or stun or anything like that. The dude in
No, they're
I think
they're
he
trained
coulda
to
hopped out of
not
the
use
way.
deadly force.
When they fire their weapon, they're shooting to kill.
Yeah, they're
they
trained to
shoot a
not use
taser-
deadly force, my dude.
Yeah, but all right, my gal. Anything with a pistol is shoot to kill. Anything less than lethal is for that purpose. When they
And
pull
yet
out
one
a
ICE
wep-
officer
a
managed to just shoot
firearm-
somebody in the leg when somebody was coming at them with a shovel.
Well, okay, that's cool. That's cool. I'm all for that. Yeah, he saved a life, but what are you doing coming at him with a shovel?
I don't condone any act of political violence.
Are you against the Second Amendment? You're a hardcore Democrat, aren't you?
No.
Okay, because
I
I'm 100%
have guns,
Second
my guy.
Amendment. Me too, my girl. I got plenty of them, and I love them. And if somebody comes at me with a shovel and I have one of my guns, I'm probably going to shoot to kill as well. That's just how it is, and what it is, Sorry if we don't see eye to eye on this, but
Yeah, again, I'll just
Don't-
repeat this. I don't see how anybody can support a president of the United States who actively is okay with the fact that ICE and Border Patrol agents are killing people in our streets.
not cool. Yeah, not cool. And he shouldn't. He's taking it out of what he promised in his term, or what he tried
Yeah,
to make.
doesn't
it
sound like you really support Donald Trump.
No, I do. But just the deportation.
So you don't support
has
our
gotten-
Constitution?
Sure, I do. Of course, I do.
Then how do you support a president that actively goes against articles and amendments of the United States Constitution?
Which article is that?
Articles 1, 2, 3, 6, and 7.
The amendment?
Amendments 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 14, 16, potentially the 24th, attempted to violate the 12th Amendment, has joked about violating the 22nd and the 25th Amendments.
On the First Amendment, how is he going against that? He's protecting the First Amendment.
This was already ruled multiple times against him when he tried to strip AP News of their rights to be considered a part of the press pool for the White House. That was ruled against him. It was also ruled against the administration recently that they cannot strip immigration status on individuals that protest or speak out against the administration negatively. So that's actively violating the First Amendment of the United States Constitution, sir.
Yeah, no, yeah, you're very sharp lady and you're very smart. I'll give you that. But and every conversation you've had that I've heard so far is about the immigration and the ICE agents.
Yeah, because it's the only thing people have on their minds, because that's the only information they've been sent to be downloaded.
It's crazy. I've never seen anything like it. And when he was in his
again, I would I don't want you to divert the conversation again. I just want to be clear that you don't support the Constitution of the United States if you are actively supporting this administration. Did I lose him? Hello? Hello? Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah,
Didn't I hang up on you earlier?
I don't think so.
Did you call earlier and I answered the phone?
No,
No?
You're awesome.
I've called before.
Oh, maybe that's why I recognize the number. No, I did hang up on you earlier. I'll just do it again. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I am. Oh, sorry, I have you on YouTube over here. Let me pause this.
Thanks.
Okay, so sorry, me and my fiance have been sitting here listening to you now for like an hour. I'm a little anxious. I didn't actually expect you to answer.
No worries. Are you still sorry, how old are you?
I'm 31.
And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Can I tell you no and you not hang up on me?
What's your question?
I'm curious where you lie politically. Like, are you a Democrat?
No.
Okay, so are you? I mean, I am libertarian socialist is technically what I would be. So my whole I've been on a rant. I've been doing the kind of similar thing that you're doing on YouTube, except I get no traction at all. But I'm desperate to want to tell people that it's not about which side is better than the other, but they need to pay attention to the fact that capitalism is corrupt, and it doesn't matter if you choose an American left or an American right. You're just playing into a far right capitalist corporatist scheme that's put on by. It doesn't matter what. I don't even think it really matters who's in office at this point. I don't even think Trump is making these calls. I think it's probably people beyond him. I think when Trump sat down and talked to NATO. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said it's Stephen Miller.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I don't know who that is.
It's his deputy chief of staff or assistant chief of staff.
Okay, so I mean, it would make sense that. See, I don't even think he's
blue
I think he's a bad person, but I don't think he's evil. But I think the administration is. I think the administration is evil, and they want terrible things to happen right now. And they're using this is a perfect opportunity to blame everything on a man that's probably about to die soon anyway, right? So, I mean, he's old enough that he's probably not going to last forever, and you can get away with doing all the terrible far right, racist, nationalist, xenophobic shit that they plan on doing. They can get away with doing all that right now because he's in office, and everyone is rallying behind him. This is the best time to get away with it. Do you know what the Overton window is?
Mm-hmm.
And I bet you that's why you don't really talk about socialism, because everyone else is all freaked out about it because they're stupid. They don't understand socialism. They don't even understand politics. Like, they don't even, like, I know what a political compass is. I used to be a Trumpy. Like, when this last election came around, I was on the border of, I didn't know where I should lie politically anymore. But I really would have voted for Trump over Kamala. And I probably still wouldn't regret that to this point, because I think that she was an evil person too. But and that's only because I thought Trump would have been better at running an economy, and I didn't see how far right and fascist it was about to get. Even though my fiance and a lot of people have warned me, and I didn't really even understand it. But I've done a lot of researching and trying to understand politics since then. And the thing that scares me the most is everyone is so busy fighting over who's right, but nobody even understands politics to begin with. Like, look at Scandinavia. Look at socialist policies. Look what that can do for your country. Look what that can do for people, for quality of life. But people don't even. Oh my God, it's painfully stupid to me. I just want to know your position on that a little bit, if you're willing to share. If not, it's okay. I actually understand.
No, I mean, it's quite simple. I believe in progressing the country and not recessing, right? Or regressing. So it's as simple as that. I'm not saying that we need to copy Scandinavian or other European countries and what they do. We don't need to necessarily emulate them. It would be a decent start just to start working towards it, because progressive policies have been proven to work, because that's how the country continues on. I don't really know much
How would you
else to
feel
say,
about
but
controlled voting? Like, how would you feel about, like, let's say, because I this is something I keep thinking about a lot. Like, I think everybody should have a voice to some extent, but like, most people are freaking stupid, and most people aren't politically educated anyway. And what's even funnier to me is America knows that they go out of their way to not teach their people politics, and then they turn around and they say, "Hey, who should we elect, guys? Who should we have to run the most powerful military in the world? You group of dumbasses who know nothing about politics." Excuse my French, sorry.
I mean, I don't exactly know what to say. I'm not sure I necessarily agree with required voting or mandated voting. I think that
Like,
people should utilize their right to vote. That's about as far as I go on there, but I don't believe in mandating it.
like, I think maybe like people should be able to show like some level of like political competence before they're able to make a decision on who runs the country. Like, we have basically all of far right probably don't even know where that they lie on a political compass. If you were to show them a political compass right now and you say, "Hey, where do you think you would be on this?" They would probably point like center right-ish area, because they know that they're right. That's all they know. They're stupid. And if you showed them that actually where they align is pretty close to where Hitler would align, or like an authoritarian Stalin, maybe. Like, you would think that they would want to disassociate with that type of policy, but instead they're so brainwashed they don't even.
Sorry, I'm gonna break in here
Yeah,
for
go
a
ahead.
second. Here's my issue with like doing some kind of test in order to qualify for voting is we are disenfranchising those with disabilities, specifically somebody that has a learning disability, and that's an issue. That's an issue that I have,
Well,
right?
but why wouldn't
What I
couldn't
would
like people?
encourage is somebody informing themselves before they cast their votes. Making somebody
Right, but
test as a
if you just tell the
qualification to
public,
vote just
they're
isn't.
just
Sorry, no, sir. Again, we're disenfranchising those that have disabilities, and I don't think that's
but people
okay.
just make emotional decisions based on vote. They vote emotionally. They're not intellectually, not based on logic, not based on research. They vote based
Nothing
on.
you do is going to change that. Even if you put in some kind of
But
test to take before
wait,
you vote, that's not going to change that.
but the idea
If you don't,
of there's
so
no way to change that
no, there
kind of goes
isn't.
against
No,
the
there
whole like the
there
Civil Rights
isn't.
Act.
People choose to be uninformed. People choose to be low information voters. Sir, you didn't even know who Stephen Miller was. Stephen Miller was in his first administration.
Okay, I'm not somebody that I won't get into like specific names and dates and things like that. I'm
Stephen
like
Miller
somebody
is
who.
somebody that's super important. He's the bald-headed
What I
guy.
will tell you is I know probably a fraction of what I should know about politics, and I still know so much more than your average American. It's not even funny. It's like it's embarrassing to even talk to people.
So here's the only way that your idea or any idea of test requirements in order to vote would work is that voting would have to be mandated as well. Like those two things would have to go hand in hand. And again, because it disenfranchises those with disabilities, I inherently disagree with doing a test to make sure that people know what they're voting for. I don't think that's fair to individuals with disabilities. And I'm not okay because it's
I don't actually understand how that would disinclude people with disabilities. And also, I want to know, like, we have AI now, and we have a ton of technology. We have ways that we can probably get around that. And also, like, isn't there enough like sensible and like people with morals that like would make these type of decisions that would account for
your
people with
personal
disabilities?
morality should have nothing to do with law.
I mean, I think it should to some extent because that's how you build off like it's humanity. Like, that's the reason why socialist policies exist.
No.
That's why welfare
So
exists.
here, I encourage you to
Otherwise,
look up
we just
secular
wouldn't care.
humanism and then
We'd
come
be
back
far
and try
right.
to say that again. Like I don't really like. Yeah, if you consider yourself a socialist, which would be left of the spectrum, libertarian is right side of the spectrum. It's center right, but still it's on the right side of the political spectrum.
No,
right? If you
libertarian is
are
bottom right, but
it's still like if you're just going on a straight graph, not the boxes, right? If you're just going on a straight line graph, libertarian is center right. That's just the fact of the matter is. It is center right. But a socialist is going to be further to the left. And if you're truly a socialist, right? And yeah, guys, social libertarian is like the catch-all that most people get when they do a certain political compass. Like I got a social libertarian and I don't necessarily agree with that. But if you're a true leftist, you would understand how making any kind of restriction.
They're actually two different things. Don't ask me to detail what the differences of them are, but there is actually a difference. There's actually a difference between like a Democratic Republic and a Republican Democrat. Like there's a difference. Now,
you need to do some
there's a
research
huge-
on
there's a
how restricting voting impacts marginalized, like affects marginalized communities such as those of the
I think maybe you're thinking of it more like an oligarchy. Like it would end up like a corrupt oligarchy. Like
no, that's not
eventually
even
you
what
would
I'm
just
saying.
turn
It would
to the same-
legitimately disenfranchise those with learning disabilities because they don't usually test well.
Well, I have ADHD,
That's
and
not a learning disability.
it literally is.
No,
by the
that's
way.
neurodivergence.
I mean, it's classified as a learning disability because it affects how you learn. I've been diagnosed. I know what it is.
Yeah, I have
was diagnosed in high school.
DHD. Like I don't like. Fantastic.
And
I don't have a
and
learning
I'm pretty good.
disability.
I'm a pretty
neither
good
do you.
test taker, and I'm pretty freaking stupid in general. So
Yeah. ADHD
But
is
my-
not considered a learning disability. And this is based up this is from Learning Disabilities Association of America. It's
If you're
also
not-
on
okay,
the
fine, whatever.
ADDA.
If you're not able to-
The Attention Deficit Disorder Association also says that is not a learning disability.
if you're
Again.
unable to take a test, then how would you have been politically educated in the first place? I'm just curious, generally.
So, I know, sir. That's why it's an issue to try to require a test before you vote because it disenfranchises people with disabilities, and I'm not okay with that. I believe in equity. That is rolling back. That is going to inequity.
So you believe in equity. That means you believe in capital. It means you believe in capitalism. It means you're right.
No.
Yes.
Equity is a baseline of socialism, sir. It is not capitalism. You
Okay, maybe I'm wrong, but
sincerely,
I would assume,
like, yeah,
I would
you need to
assume
do some
in
more
equity.
research.
Okay, well, I've still done a lot more than 90% of your callers, so you should applaud me for that. I'm not a dumb right. And I've been actually doing my work out here, trying to spread the knowledge of at least understanding that people are being deceived by American politics. I think what you do is great, and I think you've actually been arguing great. That's why I've been listening to you for an hour. I think I can probably learn something from you, which is okay. But what I focus on something a little bit differently, something a little bit different, and I'm just trying to, I guess, prod somebody that obviously understands politics, and understand why you wouldn't lie in the same place I do if it would be the morally sound place that, you know what I mean? I think that it would be the best way to run a society. Something like, the way I wouldn't get into specifics about policies and shit like that because I'm not politically educated enough, but like, the way Scandinavia runs their country, where they have a parliament where they're representing 170 different political ideologies, and one of them is conservative, by the way, and like half of them are socialist, but so they're mostly socialist.
None of them are socialists. They just have social policies. Even Switzerland isn't socialist.
Awesome.
Or Sweden.
Okay, even if you were to look it up, because they're foreign trade, right? They're foreign trade. They you have to run capitalism to even partake in foreign trade, right? But like, and Google like almost resists to try to tell you the truth because
Capitalism is
Google
antithetical to socialism.
Well, yeah, that's why. So there's
So if they
everything
engage
out
in
there.
capitalism, they are not socialists.
But they run a lot of socialist policies.
Yes,
Like,
you can run social policies without being socialist.
okay, but I mean, to what extent before you're just socialist?
Yeah. Sorry, sir. Like, it's quite simple. You cannot be engaged in capitalism and be socialist. That's not how that works.
There's a foreign trade policy, and then there's internal trade policies. So if you
Do the
can run
people
on a
own the
capitalist
means of
foreign trade
production?
policy.
Do the people own the means of production in Scandinavia?
From what I understand, quite. It's you like there's
No,
a
the
wealth
government
distribution.
owns. Yeah, no, the
There's
government
a wealth
owns the means
distribution.
of I
Okay,
encourage you to look up secular
a
humanism,
meritocracy.
and then perhaps you'll understand why I say that I
Look
don't
up what?
utilize secular humanism.
Okay, I will.
And then perhaps you'll understand why I say that morality should have no place in our laws.
Well, so I don't even understand that. Like, how do you come to that position?
How do I come to that position? Because I believe in the basic ideology of basic human rights, and then
I
supporting
feel
that.
like that would be something that would like had to been like freaking right propaganda. Like, you know what? Yeah, stop. Don't worry about humans. Don't worry about actually making the moral decision. We're worried about corporate empires here, right? Like, because that's like who benefits from that? I don't understand that.
Who benefits
benefits
from
from that?
secular humanism?
Sure, if that's what you want to call
People
it.
do. Sorry, sir. Secular humanism believes that no person should be denied their basic rights or their basic needs, the basic necessity in order to live. So, for example, the access to food, access to housing, access to healthcare. That is all your basic necessities in order for someone to continue living and breathing on this earth.
Okay, fine. I'm an idiot, but I will say one last thing. You know that asylum seekers are technically protected by international law, like, right? Like, so, like, asylum seekers that are here in America, here because America said that we were taking in asylum seekers at some point. Obviously, most countries have to. I think if you're part of NATO, or I don't know which policy where
Yes,
it
we
lies,
have
but
two treaties, one signed in 1959 and the other one signed in 1978 that govern or that encouraged our Asylum Law 8 U.S. Code 1158.
Right. I thought it was like in the humanitarian constitution, something like that. It's international. But anyway, so that means, and did you know that the World Health Organization has just recently listed America as a third world country based on our living standards, because 25% of our population is now homeless. So that means, and because we have a dictator who is breaking who's doing war crimes and deploying the military on its own people, we would actually be accepted as asylum seekers in a much better country, like somewhere in Scandinavia.
The United States is not considered a third world country by the World Health Organization. That is something that has been perpetrated online. It's also a term that is no longer used. We use industrialized versus non-industrialized. The United States has never been classified as a third world country by the WHO or a non-industrialized nation. We are industrialized.
Okay, well, regardless, okay, we do have an evil dictator that is we're close to being bombed in the streets, I feel like, at this point. So, before we get there, maybe everybody just leave this country.
All right. Well, you have a good night. Okay, he hung up on his own. I don't know, Neely. Incorrect. So I just want to, somebody made a good comment. Curtis made a good comment. Just because you're industrialized doesn't mean you're not getting persecuted. I agree. We are an industrialized nation. That's a fact. We have been for quite some time. Literally. Yeah, just dude, that like took all of my everything right out of me. That took everything right out of me, that conversation. All right, 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and read. Yeah, he was a lot. And fine, have your own opinions, but sorry, I just don't believe in disenfranchising people. I don't know how else I can say it, but we're going to go ahead and read through. Guys, if you're new here, I haven't said this once during the stream, and I'm really freaking bad at this. Hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you're new here. Turn on your notifications so you know when I go live. Hit that bell icon. Yeah, my spoons have definitely been depleted. Yeah, I agree with that one. You have more strength than I do talking to these people. I do. Some days I really don't know how I do it. Thank you, Scott. I wonder what maggots would say if the same bullshit was going on in Canada. Oh no, you're infringing on their free speech. Rawr, bad. Psh, bad. Mark Carney, bad. You're afraid to debate me. Midnight, I don't know who the fuck you are. Who are you? Who are you? Are you someone special? Should I know about you? Are you actually somebody I should know? I'm curious. Let's see. I can't be afraid of somebody. I have no idea who you are. Yes, I am so scared of you with your 2 subscribers. Yeah, so scared. I'm shaking in my boots. Ooh, ooh, oh no, whatever shall I do? Oh no, oh my God, I'm gonna be so afraid. I'm gonna keep running. Thank you, Jody, for gifting a membership. Trump should be charged with murder. He is responsible for Alex Preddy's murder. I definitely think that something should be done. I agree with that. He won't be, though. That's the problem. He does have presidential immunity. Thank you, Leah. Thank you for the jewels. Keep fighting the fascists. I am trying, Trilzy. Thank you so much. Thank you again for the 10. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, Grim. I appreciate that. Literally took on the squirrel voice. I try, guys. Also, thank you again, Feisty, for the gifted memberships. I do so appreciate you. I did put that on the screen. I just didn't have a chance to call it out. And thank you for the high 5. Thank you for the €1. Thank you, Cuppa Joe, for the bits. Thank you for the jewels. Thank you for the jewels. Does anyone want to go with me to the Millennium? I hear there are a few seats open. Yeah, I believe I'm sure it is. Sure it is. Yeah, he doesn't have state immunity, but he can't be charged while he's in office. I don't know. It's a little bit weird. When I pull off a crypto scan, I get indicted and am facing 20 to life, but Trump pulls off a pump and dump and gets praised by caller. I know, right, Luca? It's insane. It is insane. Like, what? Indicted, not indicated. Oh, I read that correctly. Well, thank you, Luca, for the follow-up on that one. Profane, thank you again. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Profane. Dennis, Oblivion, Rigo, thank you. People, Ari is one smart lady and can debate you under the table. Thank you for the Canadian 5 again. Yeah, well, Ramon, don't do that. No, I'm kidding. Do that. It's okay. What about Wakanda? I don't know what we're saying. I have to look this up. I'm confused. Thank you for the jewels, all the jewels. Oh my god, all the jewels. This is a great sitcom. Well, I'm glad I can be here for amusement, Scott. Kids get off this stream, go play with Legos. Yes, thank you, Betty. I heard Polly tell people that yesterday. Yeah, the FBI probably will cover up. You are so adorable. Saying that you are so smart is to say nothing. Nothing is better than a pretty and smart girl. You are one of the best people. Well, thank you. Thank you, 1997. Ari just hates Trump and all his gang. No, I don't hate. I would have had to have felt something other than just dislike at any point. I just don't like him. I just don't like somebody violating the laws. Was it Wakanda? Oh, it was spelt wrong. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Jamal. I'm sorry. It was spelt wrong. That's why it threw me off. Your encyclopedic memory is impressive, and the stream is giving me hope. Many thanks. Well, I'm glad. Yeah, I do. I have a very weird memory. All right. Guys, in TikTok, while I'm reading through this, can you keep double tapping that screen? Like, let's power tap all the way to 200,000 likes. I would appreciate that. I don't understand my memory sometimes. Like, I don't know how I just keep remembering things. Actually, I do. It's called neurodivergence. Sorry.
Awesome.
There is definitely that. Thank you. Well, I don't do that, Scott, but I understand what you're saying. Thank you, Jody, again for that. Is your refrigerator running? Yeah, it's on. It's not running from me, though. Thank you for the jewels. And hey, Jeff. Miss you in the stream or in the server, buddy, but you know what we agreed on. You know what we agreed on, Jeff. So we got that going. All right, guys, I have run through all of the super chats. Yeah, people are still trying to call, but I am done for the night. I've used up all of my spoons, especially with that last. I do take notes. I literally write down, like, guys, so this notebook is just filled with conversations that I've had, right? That's all it is. It's just filled with the conversations that I've had with callers. Awesome. I write down specifically what they say so that I can keep track. I write down bullet points. I don't write verbatim, right? But this is how I keep track of what they're saying and how I like, and then I know where to go from there, right? Because otherwise, I will legitimately forget everything that they're saying. So, Superman, Batman, Doctor, etc. would hate. Yeah, they would. They most assuredly would. Well, all right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and end TikTok. Find me somebody to raid. So you guys have a great rest of your night over on the tubes. And holy shit, real quick, hold on.
This is amazing.
Can we get some huge W's to Harvey for coming in at the end of the stream and sending 100? Thank you so much, Harvey. I appreciate you. I gotta be honest, I can't say that I feel like I deserve it a lot of the time when you come in, but I appreciate it. Allison, get me his @ please. I can't remember Jaden's @ offline. If you can go copy his @ and type it in the chat. So thank you, Harvey, so much for that. I appreciate that hella much. It means a lot. It truly means a lot. But I am going to end for the night. And yes, thank you. I appreciate that. He said, you're welcome. I appreciate that. I will see you guys back online, I think tomorrow. It might be with, thank you, Allison. It might be with Polly. I will discuss that. Let's get that up here. Pin. Okay. You guys have a good night over on the tubes, and I will see you guys tomorrow somewhere.